thing, they'll shut it off. And this exactly, they take this one off too.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. We are live. Nathan Ayers here coming in. Episode number 3 here of the OLCN 7th generation podcast. We're on this camera right now. If you guys want to know, look up there, wave. We have a full slate today, but as usual, we're going to keep it short. We try to, but we're going to try to keep within an hour. Anyway, we're going to go around here. We for the third podcast, we got 2 special guests here. And, yeah, but I don't know if you want to open up with anything. Yeah. We'll let Fraser here open up real quick. Because remember, Fraser's going to be the one taking over this thing here. I'm just here to teach him the ways of the how, and, you know, eventually he'll be running the show.
Yep. Hi. Yeah, so just for the viewers out there, we brought in a couple young guests here, Tyrell Rowan and Taden Horse. Sorry, I thought that was this guy. But
my bad.
Anyway, so I think like we mentioned before, like there's no agenda, you know, this is a program targeted at the youth of our community. So maybe just remember that when you guys are speaking, sharing your stories, you know, if you want to send indirect messages to the youth of Onion Lake on decision making in their lives, growing up in the reserve and being responsible and goal oriented and things like that. Just keep that in mind. But other than that, you know, I'm really glad and happy to have you guys here. Of course, Nathan, my big bro, my teacher, teaching me the ways. Just for the viewers, Tyrell Rowan is a new employee here. He went through the interview process and he's now working as a radio DJ with Kitaskino Radio next door right here. Taden Horse, he's a summer student right now, post-secondary. We'll hear about his story a little more here. But yeah, so I did have an idea, something to think about. You guys don't need to answer this right now, but I don't think I ran it by Nathan yet. But I'm thinking of dedicating 1 hour a day towards like these guys kind of having their own little morning show.
It's awesome.
And I'm thinking we'll call it happy hour, and it'll be 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And we'll give you guys the studio, and you guys could bring in your own guests. Maybe we'll see. We'll talk about that. But I think that's how it'll look. And you guys just entertain the community for 1 hour. You know, just keep in mind that this program is about youth empowerment and woman empowerment for our community. So when you guys are doing your happy hour, you know, just keep it positive, happy, light, use a lot of humor, some jokes, just, you know, share the youth perspective with our community on what you guys see in the community and what you guys would like to see in the community. You know, even utilizing the podcast for positive, you know, energy in the community. So I'll leave it at that. Hand it over to...
Yeah, we'll let them introduce, so we'll go this way, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my name is Tyrell Rowan, and yeah, I've been living here in Onion Lake.
You can look up there, the camera's on you on there.
Yeah. Hi, yeah. I'm Tyrell Rowan. I've been living in Onion Lake for pretty much since I was 10 years old, and, you know, I've always wanted to do podcasting, so this is really nice, very exciting. I'm very excited and glad to be here. Thank you, Fraser, and thank you, Nate. Thank you, Taden, for having me, guys. So, yeah.
Right on. All right.
All right, I'm Taden Horse. I've been living in Onion Lake probably my entire life. I recently just moved back from school for my first year, so really excited to be on here today. Just talk about a bunch of stuff with you guys, so excited to get going here.
Right on. And he's being humble of he didn't even mention where he was actually in school.
Just waiting for that.
A little bit of, yeah. So we're going to drop it on you guys here. So I definitely want to talk about that. And Uncle Musk is going to be brought up in the conversation. If you guys don't know who Uncle Musk is, he's the Starlink creator, Tesla, Elon Musk. I call him Uncle. And yeah, SpaceX. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that, and just whatever. I'm so pumped. I keep telling everyone about this podcast and just how awesome it's gonna be going forward, and just hearing stories like this is exactly why this podcast is needed, right? And yeah, I think that power hour, is it power hour you're gonna call it?
Happy hour.
Happy hour, and it's gonna like basically promote young people. Yeah, man, that's awesome. And this is the new way because everyone's watching podcasts right now and listening, and so yeah. So let's get to you, young man. Let's hear your backstory of where you're at school. All that about and how that actually came to be. So, because you're not just at university, U of A, U of S, man. You're down south somewhere very special.
Yeah. Well, like they talked about, I'm going to university at Stanford. Just finished up my first year there. Pretty much the process I went through to go there was pretty long, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
We had to go through a bunch of scholarships, financial aid stuff. Moving stuff is pretty difficult as well. But I guess it all starts from senior year of high school applications.
Yeah.
Those are usually due beginning of January. So, I write a bunch of essays. So while trying to like handle all my high school work, I also have to figure out how to write these essays for Stanford and all these other schools. So that's pretty complicated sometimes. It becomes pretty stressful, but it all worked out in the end. I think April 1st was when I found out I got into Stanford, which was really exciting. I called my mom on my way home from moving back from playing hockey.
Yeah.
I freaked out because it was like probably my dream school. So that was really fun. And then I just fast forward to when I moved in there, went with there my dad, visit like a week, see the campus before I actually eventually started classes and stuff. Just a really big thing. The campus is huge.
Stanford, I'm gonna interrupt here, man.
Yeah.
Stanford, that's a huge deal. I don't know if people really know schools. Like Stanford it's almost like Harvard. It's like it's
Ivy League?
it's Ivy League, man. Like it's up there. Like that's a huge deal, man. Like I know any indigenous people getting into school and doing their thing is big, but I want to really tell you, man, how getting into Stanford is huge, man. Like that's, and I applaud you, man. That's huge. So I just want to say, man, like, wow, congratulations on that. So, I went to FNUC, which is still good. I got my degree, but, to say you went to Stanford is step up.
Yeah, it's been really amazing, honestly. It's like, I believe it's the number 2 ranked engineering school in the world, so obviously it's a huge honor to go to such a prestigious school, get that education and stuff like that. It's like honestly truly amazing. Like I said, the campus is probably one of the most beautiful campuses I've seen.
Yeah, I bet.
It's just like always California, just living there, it's like so nice. Campus is really big. They have a beautiful golf course, beautiful buildings. Just the architecture is really nice, like main quad. You just see all these different big archways with the palm trees. It's just amazing, honestly.
Nice. It'd be nice if maybe you start like a vlog. I see a lot of native vlogs coming up now on YouTube. Maybe that's something you should think about, because it's nice to see the journey, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like right now, we're at the beginning of your journey. You're 19.
Yeah.
Right. First year you just finished, so you got 3 more years?
Yes.
So to see that journey, right? And obviously I'm just saying it might be cool if you did it, right? Just to see what it's like to live down there, young native kid, in California alone by yourself.
Yeah.
Just to you're showing that it's possible, right? Like that's the whole thing, that it is possible to just get off the reserve and do your thing, right? Come back and apply it to everything you've learned over there and bring it back to the res and show everybody, hey man, there's so much out there in the world, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's honestly just really cool. Honestly, like the few classes I've taken, honestly, I feel like have helped me. Like just learn so much to like that I can apply it back to the community here, to the youth, teach a bunch of people and stuff like that, which I think is really amazing. like even though it's just been 1 year, I feel like I've already learned so much. So
Yeah. And yeah, you know, you grew up on the res all your life, and yeah, you're already. That's good that you're already thinking, you know, over there. Well, hey, I could do this on the res and that, right? And it's already having a positive impact of what you can bring back here to the community.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So
Nice.
I have a comment too. Just in regards to the video log kind of idea. Like what we're doing right now with the podcast and the mobile podcast setup. I
Yeah.
think that's a little out of his area, but on a basic level, like he has that. So one of the things I told him is I think one of the opportunities with working here for the summer is you'll pick up skills and you'll understand a different side of technology and live
Yep.
streaming and video blogging and all of that stuff. So yeah, hopefully we can soup you up with those skills and you could take it back over there. And
Bringing the rest to Stanford.
Show us your journey, share your journey with us.
Right on. That's good. Yeah, no, exactly right. Yeah, you are going to learn a lot of stuff here. So it's awesome. That's awesome. You're on board here with Fraser and his dream. All right, so we're going to come back to that. Now we're going to go to this young man here, and yeah, see how you got to where you are now. I just found out he's a twin also. So
Yeah, we're. I mean, my twin also. He's pretty much my person that I kind of feed off of his
Yeah.
energy and like
Yeah.
I don't know. He's totally introvert and I'm kind of extrovert, but he brings a lot of stuff to the table. But I enjoy writing and everything, so I'm like, I guess I'm trying to be an actor. I'm an aspiring actor, so that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to be in the entertainment industry in whatever shape or form. And doing this podcast is like really exciting. And you know, I'm just hearing Tatum too how he is thinking of like not just next year or anything, but like 10 years into the future, like what he can bring. And like I that's what I enjoy. You know, I kind of feed off of people like that, and I want to surround myself with individuals like y'all. So
yeah, y'all.
y'all. Yeah, I kind of
You
have
should
a
be
little
saying
bit,
that. Y'all.
I kind of have a little bit of twang in my my vocabulary.
That's good. So let's hear about how you became to working in, because you're the radio guy now, eh?
Yeah, I was a radio DJ about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
My twin and I, we were just working security, and we were doing roadblocks, and then it was done. You know, we didn't have anything, so then
COVID stuff.
yeah, COVID
Oh,
stuff
okay,
while
yeah.
we were doing the roadblocks there, and then you know we just got laid off. So
Yeah.
Gary messaged my brother, and he told us to come in to read to see if we could do I guess an audition sort of thing for the radio. So we came in and he gave us a script, and then I thought, you know what? Hey, you should try and sound like the guy from NBC. He's like, no, you do it. So I took it and I was like, and today is blah blah blah, and up next is whatsoever, you know. So yeah, after that he's just like, all right, come to the studio. So me and my brother Tyrese, we went to the studio, and yeah, it's actually this room here. So we were just sat right in front of it, and he's like, all right, go ahead. We're like, what? Go ahead. We're on now? Yeah. Oh, right. Hey, Onion Lake. My name is Tyrell Rowan, and this is my twin, you know.
Yeah.
So that's how we got onto there. And I decided to leave and then just try and do trades. But
Yeah.
I don't know, just trying other stuff. I worked as a TA. I don't know how the teachers do it, you know. They're just different breed, because like the little kids there are just really energetic, but
Yeah.
I just knew that it's not really for me. So
Yeah.
I wanted to come back to the entertainment industry, and throughout that whole time I was trying to audition and stuff for like short films, and I got a couple of short films, but I want to try and make my own. So I'd like to make my production based out here in Onion Lake. And same thing like with podcasting, I love to produce whatever, TV, movies, music videos, podcasting, vlogging, or whatever. You know, I'd love to do something like that.
So this
Real quick, man. Sorry, Marmar actually just posted. You guys know Marmar?
No.
Marlon.
Marlon, is that his real name? I just call him Marmar.
He
That's
does
his real name.
So Marlon posted today on Facebook that he wants to create a movie.
Really?
He says he doesn't know how it's going to happen, but he just started putting it out there, manifesting. That's why I just thought that was cool that you're saying it. Just telling you now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that I know around the area, like even in Waterhen. I'm pretty sure I forget his name. He made not Dark Winds. Don't say its name. It was kind of like a low budget, but he made it, manifested it, and there's a couple of actors from the Marty Brothers from the Frog Lake area.
Yeah.
Them I enjoy. I don't know, just hearing them. I want to make my own stuff. So
Well, it's put out there. The universe has heard. So there you go.
oh yeah,
So I think in regards to what you're saying and where we're at right now, your position with the community and communications and stuff like that and all this equipment, one of my dreams with this program is like, I know live streaming, right, and mobile live streaming, but I'd like to really get a TikTok page happening
Yeah.
with this. So I think maybe I'll talk to Vern. Maybe we could assign that to him.
Yeah.
There's another young dude, I think, Tyron. I'm thinking, but yeah, maybe you guys could do little commercials or little skits on
Yeah.
there. Go
Most
live,
definitely.
and shut down, and just kind of start honing that skill.
Yeah.
yeah.
It all starts somewhere, you got to start somewhere. And biggest thing, man, I just posted it on my thing. Do you guys know who Gary V is? Gary Vaynerchuk? Vaynerchuk?
Not
No?
even.
You know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, follow him, man.
Mhm.
He's basically just an entrepreneur, does it all, right? He's a marketing thing. But he posted today that, and it's so true. Never fear failure, right? Never fear failure. Obviously,
Yeah.
you haven't. You're in Stanford. You're in California all by yourself. You're doing it, right? So you're doing exactly what he said. You're not fearing failure. And that goes to you, too. And it goes to everybody and all of us. Just never fear it, right? Get
Yeah.
out there, try it, step out of your comfort zone, see what happens. If I never decided to start going live in 2000, whatever it was, 16, and listen to everyone yapping at me, oh, you're conceited, you're this and that, I would not be here, right? I failed so many times in front of people on live, like literally in live, and it literally builds your character. It's so true.
Yeah.
So
I was just gonna say, like, not only that, like, not only for other people talking outside, but also yourself. You also
yeah.
have to like stay true to yourself. Just like you said, manifest it. Just believe in yourself, and just like when you're talking about how you went to Stanford, Staten. I'm trying to say Stanford and Taden at the same time. My bad, bro. But yeah, you saying that is kind of making me really smile from ear to ear, and I can't even stop. My cheeks are kind of sore. So like there's a bunch of talent out there that are they really need to believe in themselves, and like it could be anything, entertainment, or else be proud of making a deck or something, or anything.
anything, exactly. What you got coming up here for the summer here besides working in here? You got anything going on?
No, mostly just I skate once a week. I'm doing a bit of research right now on myself about potential classes taken over the next 3 years. Also doing a little bit more research on professors that I'd like to work with to contribute to their research. Like I was looking into one professor at Stanford does jet propulsion, which I think is really interesting. So
That's
hopefully-
wild, man.
Yeah,
We're like literally in a whole different convo here, man. Jet propulsion.
Galaxy.
Right?
We're in another galaxy.
We're not talking about rest stuff here, man. We're like, hey, jet propulsion. All right, go on, go. Like, Yeah, but I'm serious. Go on, man. Like that's wild. I'm just floored that we literally it's that part of the conversation.
Yeah, honestly, like there's like that jet propulsion is like just one of them. There's so many different research opportunities you can do there at school. Like I know a bunch of my friends are over there this summer doing a bunch of research in their specific fields. Like my roommate is working at the Stanford Medicine, working in computer science AI for the department there, which I think is really cool. I know another friend of mine is also doing something in design.
Mm-hmm.
He does like a bunch of different design stuff like that. So honestly, it's just like you have so many different opportunities to do there. Like you just got to do all your research you can to figure out which ones you actually want to do. So
Did you mention to the audience who you want to work for?
No. Well, actually, I'll just mention my major and stuff like that. I'll probably try a major in physics engineering, and then potentially try work at SpaceX or NASA, work in the designing some spacecraft or some different parts of like to go up into space. Hopefully. So
So wild, man. It's blowing my mind right now. Like there's just that we're talking about this, and there's a guy that actually from the res who literally has a chance to go work with Uncle Musk. Right? Like it's just I mean, it seems so real, right? It's not just imagine going to work for SpaceX. This guy actually has a chance. And that's what this makes this conversation so much more wild, right? And, you know, it's just blowing my mind. I'm kind of just in awe right now. I'm such a major tech geek, right? But I meant to sit with some young man who's from the res and he's in Stanford and talking about going to work for Uncle Musk. So I think I'm kind of in awe of you, man, right? I shut that off.
Yo. So, yeah. So Tayden started this week, a few days ago, and we've been chatting, and then I asked him all these questions, what's it like over there, and what program you're taking, and what's your plans. One of the things that he told me was, like they work with, or the campus is near Silicon Valley.
yeah, it's actually
So-
like right in the heart of Silicon Valley.
So you have all these major corporations there, Google, Facebook, and so maybe if you can maybe touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, like just driving around the area, you see all these different tech companies that you just use. Like I drive by Google, I've driven by TikTok, I've driven by Amazon. I drive by NASA every day or every Tuesday, Thursday to go to hockey practice. So I think that's just really cool.
That's what I mean. Like, it's so wild, right? Like, keep going on, man. I've always wanted to go to Silicon Valley. Like, that was like to go tour Google, right? Man, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
go on, man.
Yeah. One thing that really surprised me was how many freaking Tesla buildings they have. I swear I've driven by at least 4 different Tesla buildings in the area. They're just not one. And they're obviously I just thought it was one ginormous one, but they're just so many different buildings and they're still huge. You see all the, I see a bunch of Cybertrucks now, which is really cool. I remember driving to LA one time with my hockey team. We just seen a load of 6 Cybertrucks on this semi one time, and it was just crazy.
Driven by the new electrical semis too, or
Another thing, when we're downtown San Francisco, I've seen so many self-driving cars.
yeah, we came from San Francisco and I seen that.
Yeah, there's actually so many self-driving cars with all the different spinning cameras and stuff like that.
That's
So
weird. Did you try one?
no, I haven't. No, you need an app or something. So
Oh, there's an app for that.
I think you should steal one. try it out.
I wonder if you could.
Tell them you're from the res. If you get
Take me to the nearest res. I wonder what it's. I don't know if I'd trust that though. Going in a vehicle where no one's driving, it's kind of just computerized.
yeah.
I guess they do it Teslas already, right?
I think so.
It can drive you place. Can it?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
I think the Tesla ones just have less cameras and stuff like that. So they just they're more designed to be an actual car.
Yeah.
While the self-driving ones are just designed to be functional. They have a crap ton of cameras all over them, on the top, the sides.
Wow. man.
Kind of sounds like Nathan.
Right? Yeah. I always
Cruising
have
around.
cameras. Yeah, cruising around. I was just saying, it's funny when I show up to events, man. People assume right away we're going live with it. eh? Yeah.
So, another kind of story we touched on with Tayden, because when he was telling me his stories about all that over there, and I started getting flashbacks or memories of that movie Social Network, where you have Zuckerberg and he's on campus and they're doing code and all this different stuff. And he was telling me a story about a guy down the road running a business. So maybe you can share a little bit about that.
Yeah, just my dorm was really crazy. My hallway specifically, he lived down the hall from me. Him and his twin brother. So the guy who lives in my dorm goes to Stanford, and his twin brother goes to Harvard. So obviously they're just insanely smart. they started this startup company a couple of years ago, and now it's worth like a couple $1 million now. They like go see investors every weekend and all that stuff. And like another thing that he got a scholarship from Amazon to like where he gets an internship and a return after graduation, and he's making like 70 an hour USD right now, so he's making a lot of money.
Wow, as an internship?
Yeah.
Wow. That's wild, man. I mean, you're in the world where you need to be, like, for that tech and stuff. Like, yeah, you're in the right place. That's wild. A couple $1 million startup already?
Yeah.
Huh. That's crazy. You have any ideas to do startups?
Not myself, but like obviously me, my friends, my roommates and stuff were always just like talking back and forth about some ideas. We had this one, I don't even remember what it was. We were talking on our spring break. We went to Hawaii,
Yeah.
and I remember one time we were on like this really long drive, and we're just like talking, and we ended up coming up with this idea, and actually like talking about it, like potentially like trying to like move on this and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I just thought it was like really like it's really cool that you could just like talk with all these other insanely smart individuals and stuff like that. And like you can actually potentially just actually move on it. So
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's what we were just talking to Tyrell about, man. Like, possibly doing the movie stuff, and you got to surround yourself with the people you want to be, right? You want to get up. It's so true, right? Your guys' circle is literally who you are. This guy here, he's hanging out in Stanford with, all these super, super smart people. So probably standing beside, we're sitting with a future millionaire probably. And this young man here too, he wants to be an inspiring actor, possibly the next great Adam Beach.
I was gonna go for like I don't know, Robert De Niro or something.
Hey,
I love
whatever.
Adam Beach, but
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
be bigger. Not only that, I'd love to try to do other stuff. But yeah, surround yourself with those like-minded people. That's amazing, Tatum. Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and here's the thing. I want everyone to know that obviously, so awesome what Tatum has been doing, but you can never put where you are in life where somebody else is, right? You are where you are because you're supposed to be there, right? And it's up to you to figure out where you want to go next. Tatum, at a young age, obviously said, I want to go to Stanford. And now he's there. He manifested it. Obviously you got the brains, but he's there where he's there. You're if that's what you really want to be as an actor, man, like I see it happening. Because you got that vibe, man. Like, even when you're talking right now, you got that vibe where, okay, this guy he's an entertainer. Even when I met you right away, I was like, oh yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, actually, I have a question for you, Ted. What made you actually want to go into this? So, like, I know me just watching movies or whatever, it's all we had to do was go to the theater, and that's what I love. But, like, what made you want to go into all of this and,
yeah, well, obviously, like when you're young and you're like good at math and science, you're always like, oh, you should go into engineering and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So like obviously I was always good at math and science and stuff like that, and I obviously wanted to go into some type of engineering at that point. But I think my freshman year at grade 9
Yeah.
was when I like actually decided that I didn't want to go to school in Canada. I wanted to go to school at like an Ivy League or like
Yeah.
a top school in the States, which would since then I've been like since like grade 9 to grade 12 I set my mind on that.
Yeah.
I like worked pretty hard in school, took a bunch of different classes, extracurriculars, like
Yeah, was there like I'm not sure if they only do SATs?
SATs.
Yeah, they only do that in America, right?
Yeah.
Did you have to?
No, because like I was in a COVID most of high school, so I had planned to take it in grade 10,
Yeah.
but it got canceled because of COVID, and I attempted to take it again, it got canceled. So like eventually the universities moved it to like SAT, like it became optional.
Yeah.
So I eventually just applied as an optional student. So
Nice. That's really cool.
What? How old are you?
Oh, me.
Yeah.
24.
24.
Yeah,
So
just turned 24.
yeah. So you kind of did the COVID thing when you were young, eh?
Yeah, I was. I think I was in grade 12. No. Yeah, I just left high school when it happened.
Oh, you just left?
I think so. I don't even know because I graduated in 2020, right? Yeah, I was 20 years old, so like you know, I failed a couple of grades.
That's
so,
all right, man.
Yeah,
But you did COVID through high school,
Uh,
or you did high school through COVID. Right?
No, it's just before COVID,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
Yeah, so I just graduated before.
That's wild. It was 4 years ago.
That is really wild.
Thinking about it, because you made me just think about when you were saying you did your security gig, and then him talking about it going through high school and COVID, and such a weird time, man. And now we're here. Started from the COVID, and now we're here. That's awesome, man. So, yeah, like I said, you guys, we're going live here right now. We're live with the OLCN 7th Generation podcast. We got two young gentlemen here, and we got Fraser to the left here. I'm Nathan, if you're just joining in. If you guys have any questions, let us know in the comments, and we can ask these guys, or if you just have a comment in general or any statement, let us know. Or just put it in the comments section, and that's it.
Or else phone in.
Phone in, yeah. If you want to phone in, do we have your phone number up here again? Yeah, we do. We did a phone in last time. Yeah, I'm gonna put the phone up right there. If you guys want to call in, call it right there, 639-343-7299, and we will get you live on the air if you guys have anything to say.
Okay. Okay, guys. For the viewers, if you're gonna phone in, either ask a question to Tayden or any one of us, or else your comments towards kind of what we're discussing, maybe congratulations, anything, you know.
Yeah.
So we will put up a prize for that. We'll do 2 or 4 golf passes.
It's up to you. How many you got? Lots?
I got some.
Lots? Let's do 4.
Okay.
Yeah, the upcoming weekend.
Okay, for the viewers, 4 golf passes up for grabs. First one to phone in at any time throughout this podcast. It doesn't need to be right now or in the next 5 minutes, but any time in the next,
Mom, can you call in first? I want those golf passes.
So is it the first one that calls in right now?
Yeah, anytime.
We'll win. Okay. The first one literally that calls in.
So,
And,
Mom, it'd actually be good to hear from you. Call in for Tate, and we got 4 golf passes.
And those golf passes ain't cheap. How much are they
they're
each?
$360 they're like $100 a piece.
Yeah, so that's a $400 phone call that you guys are going to be winning.
Which
Right?
reminds me, yes, that's the prize up for grabs. The number is on the screen.
But they have to ask. They have to ask a question to Tyrell and Tayden. Yeah,
Yes.
a lot of T's.
Another thing is, I know we put up a post at Canada Day or at the sports days here, and we're giving away 4 tickets. And we scheduled it for today at noon to be the cutoff date, which was probably half hour ago. About an hour ago already.
Yeah.
It's already almost 1. But anyway, so cutoff date, comment, follow, share. Yeah. So I know
Facebook for the Facebook
for the
page. Yeah,
Facebook
yeah.
post, yeah. And I know there's over 100 comments on there, so we'll go with the comments. The comments that are on there, we'll put those names into a wheel of names probably, and we'll do a draw that way.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I just want to thank everybody for participating in that post,
Give me a sec.
because overnight, when we posted that the day before, we had 1 follower on the page, and then we made that post, and then woke up the next morning, there was over 100 followers, and the quota is 100 followers for a new page to start live streaming on that. So we met that quota overnight.
Nice.
So I just want to give thanks to the viewers for that. Yeah. So how you guys doing? What do you guys think about all of this? Like I know it's a new thing. It's even for me it's new, but it's for the community, primarily the youth. To raise awareness, to empower our youth, which I think you guys fall in that bracket. So it's a tool for the community, doing this. Maybe if you guys have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, what do you think of this?
Honestly, I think it's really cool. Like, the podcast is actually such a great idea because, like Nathan said earlier, everyone is online nowadays. Like,
Yes.
I think most people are watching podcasts, watching videos and stuff like that. So, like, to bring awareness to the youth and the community in general, I think it's a really great idea. So
Yeah, same thing. You know, like it's a different like we're moving into a different type of media, and like like you said, podcasting is seem to be really jumping right now. And I know I've watched a bunch of podcasts, and I enjoy being part of it. So this is really nice. So like you said, it's great for the youth, and I enjoy talking on the mic and meeting everyone.
Well, you know, you hear a lot of people too, like your age, you know, and you know, if they're not listening to XM, they're like, "Oh, I was listening to this podcast while driving." I'm like, that even floors me. I'm like, man, like that's it's weird, but it's cool that that's where your guys' generation is at.
Yeah.
Even my older generation, that's where we're at now. Is like listening while we drive. Like I'd rather listen to a podcast now than listen to music. Right? Usually I'm just driving when there's no music on. Like I don't know why I just kind of get in that zone. But if there's, I'd rather listen to a podcast. Even stuff like this. This is what I'd love to listen. I'd love to hear Indigenous stories from right across Turtle Island. Right? Everyone's perception of everything from that view, wherever they are. So yeah, that's why I think it's so cool. You got the Stanford young man here, and you got the future movie star here. So that's cool.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro
Jr.
style.
So, before I forget, there's another thing I think we should mention with Tayden and his list of achievements. I think this past school year, just recently, he was awarded with, he got some awards. Maybe share some of that with the viewers.
Yeah, sure. Well, I played on the club ice hockey team there, and this past, like right before I moved back home, I went to the award ceremony because I won Club Athlete of the Year over there. So, which was really cool. It was with all the different varsity athletes. So it was kind of weird there, because being a club athlete and seeing all these different like D1 athletes kind of felt out of place there, but it was still really cool to see all of them. So, but I also had like not just like all of Stanford on my own team. I won MVP and Rookie of the Year as well. So those are the
Nice.
main awards I won. So
Deadly. Also, he's playing lacrosse over there, right?
yes, I am as well.
Maybe touch on that a little bit. How is
Hold on, like what don't you do? What don't you do?
Yeah. So hockey ran from like the beginning of the school year till like the beginning of February. Lacrosse went from like pretty much the beginning of the school year all the way till the end of the year. So that was like pretty much a full year. But our actual season didn't start until like I believe end of February. So like right at the end of hockey. We played a decent amount of games. I think we made like 14. We made the playoffs for the first time in like 5 years in our. It was like a very good game. We played Sonoma State. Unfortunately, lost in triple overtime, which
Oh,
was
wow.
very, very close. So
They should have brought IOPS to live stream it.
yeah, yeah. And then like the team that ended up winning our playoff bracket went all the way to the national championship and took second, and that's Santa Barbara.
Jeez, man. What div is that?
It's Div 1.
You played Div 1 hockey over there too?
Just D2 hockey.
DT, what is it?
D2. It's like AC. It's not NCAA. It's just ACHA D2. But the lacrosse is D1 though. Like
I'm lost ever. Is that like SJHL? Like D1 is like WHL,
yeah,
all that stuff.
I'd say yeah. Like the NCAA D1 is like WHL, OHL, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
the thing I'm playing ACHA D2. It's probably like not like
SJ?
nah. I'd probably say a little bit worse. Probably like junior B. Like
Junior B?
just because like most people we're only D2 just because on California there's not too many hockey players. I'd say.
Yeah.
So like usually just like there's a bunch of there's D1 schools but mostly on the East Coast though. So
Nice. Nice. Well, Tyrell, we need to hear
What's
more
up?
about you, man. I'm really interested in this acting stuff. Have you? Oh, go ahead. You're gonna.
So, just FYI for the viewers, I was asked to be on the interview panel when this job was posted for the radio DJ. So they went through the hiring process, resumes, and interview, and I was on the interview panel. And there was only 2 applicants, and there's 2 positions that were posted, and Tyrell was one of them. And being on the panel, Tyrell came in, and You know, yeah, like right off the bat, he brought a lot of good energy.
Yeah.
He's got that
Guns
vibe,
blazing.
eh?
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, we gotta get this guy. So, yeah, now he's here.
Yeah, and thank you so much for being there. Cause like, I don't know, I was kind of nervous, just going in there. Even just now too, before talking, I always get nervous. My knees kind of shake, but
Yeah.
like just gotta roll with it and feel, just go with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know really like how to talk about myself. Like me being an actor, most actors like to talk about themselves. Me, I just I'm more by myself, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out like have my own community. Right now, I only have friends in like Edmonton and Calgary that I send my work to, like my writing, because like I said, I was a radio DJ with my twin 2 years ago. So we were both doing a duo show, and once we left, my mind was always going up back to the radio, and I thought I want to write something for it. So I just wrote one scene, straight up, just me and my twin, and I just wrote Tyrell, like the script, and like using my name, and I showed it to my mom, and she's like, I can't really see other characters but you guys, so I just switched my name and changed it. But yeah, so like just doing stuff like that, I wanted to surround myself with people, but I'm not really sure if other people here in Onion Lake have the same dream. So I want to try it, like bring it to the table, bring it to
Being
the
an
light.
actor?
Both acting, writing, producing, directing, just all of it, because that's
100.
something I want to do.
100% they do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I got to go on the air now.
We are live on the air.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Tyrell.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Nate, for
Hey,
listening.
we'll keep in touch. We'll do this again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So if you guys want to listen, I'm gonna do a little plug in.
yeah.
If you're in Onion Lake, listen KR 102.5, and I'm on till 1 to 6 or 1 to 4, but I'm not really sure. I'll see how I feel if it's
And
if
it's
going
also
good.
on the internet.
Oh yes, Onion Lake Cree Nation Facebook profile. They shared our link. You can go over and add them. We'll add you back. Yeah.
Right
All
on, man.
So thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you, Tyrell. Tyrell going to do his job there at the radio, which is good. Yeah, you got the face for radio, that's for sure. No, I'm just no, man. I definitely can see him being in movies, and he's got that vibe, man. That energy, right? He's got that, like, yeah. He's got it, as they say. Creative, yeah. All right, back to the man here. Still want to know more about Stanford. Have you met any celebrities down there? Like, give us a couple stories, man. It can't be just you going to school, playing hockey, doing, like, give us stories of what life is like there. But don't be shy to tell some good stories down there.
Yeah, for sure. The crazy thing is how many important people come to campus, honestly.
Like, when we say important, what do you mean important?
Like
chief of council important, or like way up there?
Like vice presidents of different countries and stuff like
Wow.
that. Bill Gates came to the campus for like a day. Spoke for a couple hours. The creator of Khan Academy, like the tutor thing, he came.
Oh,
for,
Khan Academy, yeah.
Khan Academy, like the tutor thing. He came and spoke at the campus for a bit as well. Like so many different people. Like usually when I bike by, I have like this certain path, and it's like right beside like the space where they speak. Usually they're like, you can tell when someone's speaking because there's a lot of different black cars and stuff like that, and security. So it's like really cool. Yeah, like there's so much stuff happening on campus as well. It's just like really amazing, honestly.
That's really cool, man. And that's why I just want to go there. Like, obviously, I wanted to visit that area, Silicon Valley. I used to watch this show called Silicon Valley. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Yeah, with those nerds there, they're all doing their thing on, and like that's where I've actually why I wanted to go watch or visit Silicon Valley. It's so cool that you're living there and you just drive by it all the time, and yeah. So when you're down there, like, how hard was it to meet people, or was it like easier, or like, explain explain your first couple weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think it's honestly really easy to meet people, especially your first year, because like the first couple of weeks, that's pretty much the whole point, is to like just meet all these different people. So like when I went during the international student orientation. So you get to meet. I've met people from literally all across the world.
Yeah.
Sweden, Switzerland, like China, Indonesia, like all these different places on Earth, and it's like you just meet everyone from all these different cultures, and it's so cool to like talk to people about their different experiences on like literally the other side of the world. So like you see how different it is. Even just like when NSO started, like when all the
NSO,
like,
what is that?
it's like it's just the new student
You
orientation.
got to remember we don't know what the NSO.
Yeah.
So NSO was like new student
Yeah,
orientation.
that's when like all like
Alright.
the U.S. students began to come on campus because
Oh, okay.
all the internationals arrived like a couple of days early. So like that's when I met my roommate, and like eventually all my friends that I have now, like they're all from the U.S. Like one's from Texas, L.A., and then the other two are from like the local area, like Palo Alto and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's like really crazy. Like I met my roommate like obviously the first day of the orientation, and then I eventually met this other guy who's also like who lives in Palo Alto literally like 10 minutes later, who I'm still really good friends with and stuff like that. I met the other guy from Texas like a couple hours later. I played soccer with the guy from LA, and like it's crazy that like in those few days I met these people that I've eventually spent the rest like the whole year with. And it was just like really cool. So
But maybe they're probably just like you. They didn't know anyone either, and they just
Yeah.
kind of wanted to meet up with people and bro up right away. Eh?
yeah, for sure.
That's
They're-
wild.
They're probably saying the same thing.
Yeah,
I met this native dude from Canada. Looks like a Mexican. He's a feature celebrity. Just kidding. No, there's a lot of Mexicans down that way, though. I think, right?
Oh yeah. Did they think
And,
you're
and they
Mexican?
look like us, right? Kind of.
I think yeah. Some like when I would go to some stores like Target or Walmart, like
They'd follow you around.
just like I would try to go talk to someone, ask for some help, like one of the workers, and they
Yeah.
start speaking Spanish, and obviously I don't know
You should just say,
Spanish.
See. That's funny, man. I had a good question, but I just forgot it. So what is nightlife like down there?
Honestly, like there's I think it's pretty bad, especially compared to the other California schools like Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Like they throw a ton of parties, like probably from Wednesday till Sunday. But Stanford is probably more like there might or might not even be a party at all over a weekend or something like
Oh,
that.
really?
So, and plus the parties there are like it's not known for a party school, obviously, because
Yeah.
but the parties there are pretty short
Yeah.
and not that many people go out. So like obviously it's not that nightlife there is not that crazy intense. So if you're thinking about a party school, Stanford should not be the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, which is good though, man. Like you're not, I get it. That's all. Some people think that's part of the university life.
Yeah.
But, it's. I think that's actually a good thing, honestly. Just looking back on my university days, I kind of wish it was like that. Did some crazy stuff in my day, and I shouldn't have. But here we are. So I was just thinking, man. Mark Zuckerberg lives in Palo Alto, doesn't he?
I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe he probably. I would assume he lives in Silicon Valley somewhere. So
Isn't that all part of the same thing?
yeah, because like Silicon Valley is like, I'm not entirely sure what it like ranges from, but like there's different like I guess towns and like counties. I guess like Palo Alto is like where Stanford's based, but like
Yeah.
my roommate lives in Menlo Park, which is like 20 minutes away. So like
I think that'd probably be your dream. It'd be my dream, but I don't know if it's your dream to meet Uncle Musk.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would want to meet him, future boss, hopefully.
Yeah.
So
And you'd be living in Texas, so maybe you'd live with your newfound Texan bro
Yeah.
over there, because that's where he's moving. What I'm reading online, he's like moving everything over there.
yeah, I
right?
know. Yeah, and that's what I talked to my Texas friend already. He already promised me a room there eventually if I get an internship there or even a job for like
Really,
over the summer or something like that. So
man. I really love what Elon Musk has done. To change the world, and I can't wait to a young mind like yours does the same thing, right? That's huge, man. If you can get into Elon Musk's world, like I said, surround yourself who you want to be, right? And
Yeah.
you're getting in Elon Musk world. Like that guy is trying to put us on Mars, you know, and I don't know. Do you have big dreams, like, you know, to when you go, and I'm saying now when you start working with it, because it's gonna happen. We're manifesting it right now. It's out there. When you start working with Uncle Musk, what do you really want to do there? Do you want to help develop what he's doing, or do you want to create something on the side for SpaceX and all that?
Well, like I obviously want to help him. Like I want to like maybe not like obviously I want to help them like go there and stuff like that and stuff, but I also want to like hopefully develop something myself that could eventually help them and like you know, just like different spacecraft, how to efficient it and like different stuff like that to actually get to Mars.
Yeah.
So like that's why I found jet propulsion really interesting and so like, you know, like hopefully like make that more efficient so it could be like quicker or something like that, or even just like make it better in general. So
Have you gotten your IQ tested? Like,
I don't
no?
know.
I wonder what it's at. What's like normal IQ?
I
Like,
think
for
average
normal people like me and Fraser.
I think average is around maybe like 80, I believe.
So we're probably sitting at about 70, me and Fraser.
79.
79.
Yeah, I
You're-
think-
This guy's at 109.
No, I think you'd be higher, man.
No,
Yeah.
I think like considered genius level IQ I think is around 120, 130. So
Really?
yeah, I believe so. Like
119.
You should get it tested, man, just to see where you're at. Well, you're in Stanford, man. Like, you should say, let's do an IQ test. Or AI can help you do that, I guess, now. Yeah. Do they got you guys learning about AI since AI is like a part of our life now? You
Yeah.
know, is it like a big thing they're pushing down there?
yeah, for sure. Like in the computer science department, you have different tracks.
Yeah.
So, and probably I would say the most biggest or like the most sought after track is definitely AI. Like at least 80% of the people I've met have said they're CS majors, like computer science.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like it's probably one of the biggest computer science schools in the world. And most of the time they say, yeah, I'm an AI track CS major. So
Yeah. Well, it's just who we are now. Like, you know, as soon as it was came out, was it a year and a half ago now, November? That it came out, I was so pumped. Like, you know, just being the tech nerd I am, I was like, I just seen right away where it was gonna go. I was using it like day one, you know, putting it up, doing it was making programs for me. It was doing everything. I was like, wow, you know, I can only see now where it's gonna help, you know, people like in your position, where, you know, going forward, like especially with space travel and all the problems it can solve.
yeah, for sure.
Can you like program anything like that? Tell us exactly what a computer science person does.
Okay. Well, in the two computer science classes I've taken, we just did like some basic coding, like coding stuff. Like the first one I took was in a language called Python, which I
I've
would
actually
say,
heard of that.
yeah, which probably I would say probably the introduction to like programming and stuff like that. The next one I took was in C++. Pretty much they have us do like homework and like daily problems or weekly problems, I guess.
C++. What's C++? I know I've heard of it, but what is it?
It's just pretty much a coding language. It's like probably the one of the newer ones. Like it's come up from like C, which is probably like the most basic one. Like
Yeah.
I think like my roommate did CS 107, which is like the very beginning, like binary, like zeros and ones.
Yeah.
So, but like it's probably one of the newer ones where you can actually like you actually type words and stuff like that. So. Yeah, but I'd say computer science is mostly just like obviously most engineering and like STEM majors are like looking to solve problems, which is what you're looking for in a CS major. But I guess it depends. Open AI, you'd probably be looking at like I'm not entirely sure what you'd be looking at for open AI, but you're definitely coding some stuff. Like your individual stuff, you'd probably be only doing a part of it. Like you're clearly not going to do like the whole looking at the big picture. You do like a certain part of OpenAI. Just like if you're working at like Google, you work on something and maybe fix a button, or like you're working at Netflix, you like make something look better. So.
Yeah. So do you kind of understand what AI is behind the scenes? Like if, you know, AI is doing this, you're like, oh, this is how that works.
Not entirely. Like I think I understand some things like in some of the CS classes, the 2CS classes I took, we figured out how to work like Google Maps, how Google Maps works.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of the assignments was to like make something really similar, like write this algorithm. If I believe it was called the Dijkstra's algorithm, which is pretty much how Google Maps works. It's just like it pretty much is like it finds the most. I believe it like usually when you're doing a map, it expands outwards, but the Dijkstra's algorithm pretty much figures out in what general direction the thing you want to find is, and then it scours out, but not as much as like in like a circle, you'd say.
Mm-hmm.
It like a tiny path, and it keeps like scouring out until it eventually finds the thing. So
Nice. Just pausing that for a minute. This is where if we had a second screen, that when he's talking about that, you're pulling that up right now. So he's like, yeah, that stuff, and then he's explaining it real quick, and at the same time, the audience is watching, right? So. Just a little FYI, yeah, that's awesome, man. We've been going for 55 minutes already. These things go quick, eh?
Yeah,
You can just keep talking and talking. We don't know how the future podcasts go. They might go forever, and you guys just go. But we're keeping these ones to an hour only. So we're gonna end the podcast here right away. We're gonna let you do closing words if you want to say anything, and then we'll end it off with Fraser, and then we'll cut the podcast. So, all right. So go ahead, man. Look into that camera if you want to just say anything to encourage anyone, or
yeah, for sure. Like I would know that like my mom would always talk about helping the youth in this community. Like obviously that now that I've done it, I definitely know. I think I know what I'm doing now, in like the process and like how to get there and stuff like that. So like honestly, if you have any questions at all, you can eventually just reach out to me, and I could help you. Like me and my family, we've gone through this process already. So like we try hopefully make it easier for everyone else. If that's your dream to go to the States, whatever that may be and stuff like that. So I'm here to help the youth, obviously, with this podcast and like other stuff eventually. So
awesome, man. That's good stuff. It's crazy. You're only 19. You talk like you're a little older than that. Right on. Go ahead, Fraser.
Yeah, I know that's really awesome. I think I got really lucky to to have been to be able to work with Tatum with this program. I think it fits perfectly because this is a brand new program, and we're in the process of building. So we got to put pieces in place and systems and processes and stuff like that. And I think technology generally around the world is, valuable in that way. So to have Tate in here, willing to be here and work here for the summer as a part of the summer student program, I think is a really huge blessing for not only this program, but our community. And, obviously we're all very proud of you, our community and you being one of our role models for the youth. Yeah, it's really awesome. And, the way you kind of put yourself out there for, as a resource for information or, to overcome challenges or obstacles with the other youth that are going through whatever they're going through. So Taden's here. He's with the program. And I think he'll be a huge asset when it comes to understanding the equipment that we use for live streaming. And Nathan is here. I think with the hands-on stuff, with that stuff, I think Taden will be able to add to his skill set by understanding this, like you probably do already, but just to kind of refine it and take it with you maybe when you go back or wherever you go. So yeah, we are in the process of developing programs. We have our land-based program still going right now. We're actually launching a dryland fitness program, I think on Sunday. So we're going to get a poster out here soon just for the viewers. Once we finalize the information, and on July 7th, that'll be starting, which is this coming Sunday. And we're gonna run it 3 times a week, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and it's gonna be from 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. every week. So it's open to the community. If you want to get your youth to start exercising for the summer, this program is there. It's free to enter. Um, and like I said, it's dry land, so the identified locations are in the community, outdoors. I think we're targeting the high school, Sagascooch High School, Eagle View High School, like the tracks outside in the back, the horse track up here. I think Churchill, just right here outside. And I'm not sure, but we'll keep up to date with that with posters. um and it's not only for the youth, it's for the community. Like if you want to bring your family out to come, walk some laps around the track or go up the hill, you could do that for sure. Elders, same thing. You want to come walk, like, come, it's open, everyone's welcome to join. I think as a part of mental health and holistic health, we want to offer that program. It'll be 2 hours, so it'll be warm up, stretching, cool down in the end, and then whatever's kind of scheduled in between. For that piece of it, we have Trista Badger and her husband Ken Badger, who agreed to pilot that project. So I believe they're both certified, or one of them is certified in this kind of like training and stuff.
I think, yeah. Trista is, I know for sure. She's getting it or something. Yeah. They might be both, yeah.
Yeah. So, So I think we'll do an official launch on social media and on the app. We'll get a poster and we'll get it out there. Just for the community, there is transportation provided with all these programs. You could get a hold of me, and we could arrange that. We're setting up a land-based camp right now. We're in the process of that, so we will have a home base. And the idea and the intent is just to get people outdoors, moving around, and getting acquainted, not only with each other but our surroundings. So. I'll leave it at that for now. Again, thanks, Taden, for doing this. It was really awesome. Your story is really awesome. It's good for our youth. And, thanks again, Nathan, for being a part of this and,
I'm enjoying it.
Teaching us your ways. So I'll leave it at that for now. Hi.
All right. ¿Cómo estás? See you at the next one.